ancestors. What did you say about my ancestors?
What did you say about my... Hi! Cool. So I'm gonna start my stream right now on my phone. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm kind of anticipating that I'm gonna cry several times. Bustia. That's their father, I bet it. That's really interesting because I always used to say that science is just, or magic is the science we haven't understood yet. This is all of us right now working out at home. What are you all eating for your snacks? I brought grapes, which are nature's popcorn. Yo, this is driving in Manhattan. Beep beep! Dale, could you explain to Miss Manducci? We're friends in real life, the three of us, so it's funny.
Cake. I've got a cake at my house.
Are you inviting us to a party?
That's the one.
That's how I invite people to my birthday too. Like, you don't have to come, but like, if you want, like, if you have nothing else to do, literally if you have negative things to do.
I just remembered that my birthday is canceled.
Me, because of coronavirus. Man, kids who lose their parents, that had such a soft spot in my heart.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. We could,
Okay. Bye.
That's so sad. I should have a cry counter, you know?
When you were both over 16.
Well, 16 doesn't count as over 16. It's also interesting that he said, Dear Ian and Barley, but Ian is the younger one. Usually parents name their kids in order of birth, but Ian's the main character. I'm the dragon. Whoa. Trippy.
Hello.
That's right, Dad. It's me, Barley. Yeah, that's Ian. And my little brother, has the magic gift!
Oh, I like that Barley supportive.
This is the only way to find a Phoenix gem.
This is a great premise for a movie. The younger brother has to be the one to do it, but the older brother has the skill set to do it. She walked into a messy room and happened to pick up the exact clue that she needed to get to the next plot point. Good transition.
Hey, it was a good start.
I like Barley. A+ brother. I want him to cry though, or be something. When he gets soft and then sad towards the end, it's gonna break us, I know it.
To make your birthday party the very, very best. Hey!
I want to go here for my birthday. I'm so happy they finally brightened the world up. It was so dark before this.
You have to take risks in life to have an adventure.
Apparently, you did.
You have to take risk in life to have an adventure.
I'm living a lie. What have I
Title, I'm living a lie. Every Disney movie, you just need a little stress.
All that matters is that we get to spend as much time as possible with Dad.
True.
You're right.
Okay, good. Good learning. Good brother bonding where they have some bickering back and forth and he stood up for himself with his brother. Yo, the Manticore's voice actor is amazing.
First name the.
Hold on, you're right.
First name the.
Sorry, are you an expert on minotaurs?
Manticore?
Manticores?
Well, no.
Well, then you wouldn't know.
So it's a buddy trip and a woman's
I'm gonna
trip.
like you.
I like that.
You can't sand it down.
All right, all right.
Send it down. Who is writing those? Fairies?
Sorry, I don't really know where his head's at right now.
That's a great line. I don't know where his head's at, literally.
My enchanted sword.
She has everything tattooed. Disney really likes tattooed characters. Maui and her now. Those are my only 2 examples.
Calling me lazy? Not you. Your ancestors. What did you say about my ancestors?
What did you say about my...
Hey, you're dead!
I love the way they walk! Ugh, he can't drive, and now he has to drive. This is where Act 2 is happening.
Put it in O for Onward!
O for Onward instead of D for Drive. Roll the credits. Oh! This is a great action scene. Start flying, start flying, start flying, start flying, start flying. Yes!
You have to stop lying. Answer it.
Title.
What are any of us doing out here?
Whoa, I never thought about it like that.
You can't say you don't agree.
I don't.
Oh,
What?
oh, no, no, no. This is good. This is the drama we came here for. Also, it's weird that during the disguise spell, they needed both of them to be the front and the back of the horse, which is weird because it's still one person. It's a little inconsistent.
He's dancing.
Nice. Oh, this is gonna be nice if they all dance with their dad.
Oh, no, I'm not.
How did he know where he was? It's a little inconsistent. Whatever, we'll let it slide. I really hope that's not the end of their feud. It could have been more. I could have been full on crying and sobbing from that scene, but we'll let it slide.
Better.
I talked to some other.
You can tell this is Act 2 because he walked out of the van with the staff like it's part of him now. Subtle things.
Dad, can you believe this guy?
The animation on the dad is really great. 3, 2, 1. 1 hour! Oh, it's exactly at the 1 hour mark. It's aggressive.
Believe with every step.
Title. And of course, it's perfectly wide enough for the van. Why does everyone almost curse in this movie? How did those other cops get there? Did they come from Raven's Point? Did they not see a GPS? How did they find him? Oh, so he didn't know how to drive? Oh, that's pretty good. Are we crying because of a unicorn van dying? Yes. Yes, we are. Also, it's a good thing that his bottom half was the one that came through and not his top half, so he could still walk. Is the light of the van gonna be the Phoenix Gem? It looks kind of...
That's when I decided I was never going to be scared ever again.
I told you, once Barley starts feeling sad, we're all gonna feel that. Ah, Chris Pratt. Incredible voice acting, my guy.
Final gauntlet.
And Act 3 begins. Woo! Oh my gosh, please! All these water scenes make me forget to breathe. I was wondering why they let us look at that dragon mascot earlier. It meant nothing.
To spend what little time we have left with Dad.
Oh, and he gave up the staff. He's gonna start checking them because he did it with Barley.
Hey, you can do this.
That's so nice. Ugh, I'm a mess. Me saying it was gonna be the car lamp. Yeah, okay. Woo! How is everyone doing? Of course, there are no students around. There are. No, there aren't any students? Where are they? That's really pretty. Ooh, you guys have been messaging a lot. I'll catch up after this scene. It's getting good. It is getting really good. Oh, beautiful. Ah, the face. Yeah, see? I knew it was gonna come in handy. That's naughty. They need to break the eyes a little bit. Manticore. Disney's timing is the same in every movie. Did the fire just go into the water without creating steam?
I am a mighty warrior.
Okay. Okay. A little unrealistic, but I'll go with it. Go, Mom. Oh, he didn't want him to help the first time.
It's okay. Say hi to Dad for me.
No. You go and say goodbye.
What?
I never had a dad. But I always had you.
This is such a good movie! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's so nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew.
Oh, and he told me to give you this.
Long ago, the world was full.
You can't just give us narration after that. Oh my gosh. And the sprites are waiters now? That's so funny. Dang you, Pixar. Dang you, Pixar. So is he the only one with magic? And I bet you he's gonna have a picture of his brother. 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 A picture of his brother. Oh my Jesus. Why did we pick this movie? Executive producer Pete Doctor, and I'm Dr. Pete. I've always thought that was cool. I want to meet that guy. Snotty from every orifice. We should do like a compilation of everyone it looks like after this movie. What did you all think of it? Man, that was incredible. Where to start? Okay, so they threw us for a loop with making Ian the main character. Let's just start from the very, very beginning. I honestly did not have high expectations for this movie because I truly felt the ad campaign was really weak. They, in all their trailers, only showed very few scenes. They always talked about how there was magic in this world, and now there's no magic. They showed us parts of the movie that kind of stole the thunder of the movie away, in that we knew that the dad semi came back from one of the trailers and that the rest of it was trying to bring him back, which is not that cool of a plot. They should have sold the brother aspect, which is so perfect because when Frozen came out, I was like, they have a sister movie and their entire model is like princesses. When is Disney gonna start focusing on boys and like brothers and all these, like half the population? And Onward took that on. I thought Ian was going to be the main character, who is very bland, even in all the advertising. He just looks like he's terrified the entire time. And who wants to watch a movie, very few pictures of him smiling? And it's just like, well, I don't know. I didn't have high hopes for it. But then it was like really good. I think the first 30 minutes of the movie, I was sitting there like, was this the right movie to have picked? Once they reached the Manticore, that's when it really, Manticore. It really starts picking up, and from then on it's like bright and colors and actually using magic. Great animation, great story, such a good story, and great setup with, I said this while I was watching, the older brother is the one who would make sense to be the wizard, but he's like so happy that his younger brother gets to do it, and he's teaching him, meanwhile the younger brother doesn't have the skill set. So the older brother has the skill set but not the ability, and the younger brother doesn't have the skill set but has the ability, and they have to work together. I really wanted Barley to cry because I knew once Barley cried, then we would cry too, and that was catalyzed by the moment, which I didn't feel they hit it home. They were there, but they didn't hit it home as hard as they could have. It was like, no, I don't, and then it showed that he was lying. I knew that the next scene was going to have to deal with it, with them dancing with their father, but they didn't make us feel bad. It felt like it was a little unearned. And then after they came back from the sewer or the water thing back to the school, and Ian blew up in Barley's face, the voice acting, maybe it was the voice acting, I don't know, or the music in the background, it didn't feel like it was warranted. It felt like they had to just like speed up the rest of the story. Voice acting didn't actually feel that gravity of like, wow, I only have 2 hours left. Such good voice acting from Chris Pratt and Octavia Spencer. Such good voice acting. Whew. And it like delves into multiple dynamics with mother and sons, single mother with sons, but then single mother with stepfather, and having lost the father who actually died from health. And then the part that was so perfect and makes this movie so amazing is after all that we've been through and we watched them go through and we were there in the final moment and the father was showing up and Ian this whole time, like, sure, the brother montage was so perfect, it was great, but it like hit even harder that Ian said, no, I've already had, I can't even say it, I've already had an older brother, like, you go say goodbye. And like, that's so, like, the whole movie was Barley like taking the hit and like doing things to support Ian, and now Ian's like, no, it's my turn to support you. And then it hits even harder when he's watching them, he doesn't even get to be there, but then it hits even harder when the older brother comes back and says, Dad told me to give this to you. It's like, it's a made-up story, but it touches every heartstring. I don't know if I can handle watching that a second time. I'm glad I watched it one time on live stream because I don't think I could ever, knowing now how the movie's gonna turn out, I'm gonna still cry, but like, those plot twists are heart-wrenching. Oh my lord. Why ain't I a director? I am a little, I mean, I think I would love to be the creative director at Disney, because even like when I was watching it in my head, I'm like, there are little moments that I would have tweaked a little bit. Also when watching some of the live action stuff, they really need a creative director. Marvel, the superhero branch of Disney, has one producer, Kevin Feige, who watches and manages the entirety of the storyline and each movie and the Marvel TV shows. And that's what Disney needs. They need one singular person to make sure the tone of each movie holds up to the animated. Beauty and the Beast at least was an honest retelling. Aladdin missed it totally. So Mulan, I'm really looking forward to, because that looks like it's a reimagining of The Same Tale, because they don't even have the musical in it. For anyone who, I would hope, it's really sad, but like lost a parent or grew up without a parent, or has siblings, like all these things you feel in your heart. You're like, yeah, sure, there's bickering and like everyone argues, but at the root of it all, it's love and support that these brothers just showed us exists, and that's the real magic of their world. Wow, that was a great line. I think I might stop right there. What would you all like to live stream next? We're all at home, and I think this is great to like make sure people stay at home, also be entertained. Also, all the money I make from this, because more people will stay tuned for live streams, the more money that comes in from it, I'm gonna like just send it all to the coronavirus efforts. Coronavirus health efforts, not to support coronavirus, just in case. Love it. Let's get Peter the creative director for Disney. I would love that. I would really love that. Although I was trying to listen. Pixar's things usually play like a theme in the beginning that you associate with characters and like joy, and then during a really sad scene they play that joy theme song again, but just slowed down with only piano so that you feel sad because of it, because you remember how happy things were. I couldn't identify any theme. Then again, it wasn't only my first time watching, and I was more delving into the story and consuming that portion or that aspect of the movie, but it didn't seem like there was an overarching theme of what was playing musically. The last 30 minutes were probably where they put most of their attention, and why the beginning 30 minutes of the movie are like really dark and there's little animation and it's like tight. But then I guess it's also the subtlety of visual storytelling, where you want the audience to feel like nothing's going on, or like his life is really small in that he had a very small group of friends and his home was tight and his room was tight. And we were limited to those settings, and then as the act and the story were ramping up, we open up. This might be, I'm nervous to say this is one of my favorite Disney movies, because the first half an hour is like really slow, criminally slow, to the point where it like undersells the movie. And I think they got most of their advertising from that first half, which is why they don't sell the full. It's like they were hiding. They wanted people to like watch it and then spread by word that this movie's amazing. This is net positive, but in a very like somber way. I like net positive in a very, hyperactive kind of way. Message me on Instagram if you have any thoughts, or write down below as a comment. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for watching. And it's great that I'm just word vomiting, because I could just clip this at the end and make this its own separate video for everyone who just wants to watch it.
You are the answer I've waited for all of my life.